time, yeah.
And look how dominant he is here. And we thought that the spring he'd just be, you know,
it was all in front of him.
Yeah. Now this is the same trip today. Similar conditions. The only difference is with Group 2. So can he repeat what he did in the spring?
Well, I think he can. I think they've realised he does go very well fresh, and I think they've got him targeted to this race to try and win a Group 1 with him nice and fresh. So, yeah, I think he's right in the mix, and I think he's been kept very safe from the market because of that. And James is having a good trot at the moment. He's the horses are going
$1 million in prize money. We all would love to see him get right back to his best. He's been in Melbourne Cups left, right and centre, but not much he hasn't done. Love to see him run well today.
I think he can run well. I think he always pulls out a good run fresh, and I see no reason why he can't pull out another one today. I don't think it's so hard, this race, that he can't win. Wait for age conditions suit him.
Well, last autumn, this horse ran second in the Futurity first up, and I'm talking about Tossum Starden, but he really came of age, so to speak, in the Melbourne Spring, didn't he?
It took a few runs to come right, and maybe that's the case with him again, although they've probably worked out a few things with him now and have him in better shape to come back for his first run. A quality horse. If only thing I might say is that the track, this distance might be just a little too short for him, but fresh, he could pull out a good one.
I think Darren Weir is really looking forward to this autumn with him. He feels like the sky could be the limit. So 2 Japanese horses here for Darren Weir. It's interesting how, God, it's fascinating with the international racing scene that we have at the moment. This is the other one. Now, he ran in a Japan Derby. He won over 1,600 in Japan, but all his runs in Australia have been at 1,200, including a placing in the Everest.
Darren has decided that he is a sprinter miler, this horse. He's not a stayer, which they probably thought he was when they brought him out here. He certainly looks like a sprinter miler. Look at him. He's blocky and heavily muscled and doesn't look like a stayer, really. But he needed the run, no doubt. And you can see he's a big burly horse, and he probably needed that first up run pretty badly. Look to see him improve markedly, at least in fitness.
Yeah, and Richo was tipping him from career, and Richo gets good Weir mail, so I'm thinking he's a big chance. His Brave Smash. Lord of the Sky, I believe if he won today, they would retire him. He's going to stud. They've got a stud deal for him, which is great. Look, he was 5th in the Lawrence a couple of years ago. He's been a fantastic horse, but you feel like he's more, what, 1,100,000 metre horse?
Yeah, I don't think he runs the 1,400 metres at this level anymore. His first run was great in the Standish. He cleaned them up there. Then just a run with a slow recovery in the next event there at the Kensington at Flemington. So I'll risk him.
She hits, he's fantastic at the trip. 12 starts, 8 wins. Now, he had a bit of an accident and some stitches in his head. The stewards have looked at him when he came on course. He's OK. What about your brother's horse, Mr. Sneaky?
Well, I thought the first up run at Moonee Valley was excellent behind Thronham. He's a horse that loves this trip. He ran second in the Rupert Clark here to his stablemate Santa Ana Lane back in the spring. Looked the winner in the straight. Santa Ana Lane pulled out a beauty and cleaned him up. But I reckon this horse, if there's enough pace on, he likes to get off the pace and run home. If there's enough pace on here for him, he'll be hard to toss.
It's just whether he can win at weight for age at this level, but I'm with you. I think he's got a great... You mentioned Thronham. He's had 3 starts for the Hayes camp for a couple of wins, but the important win was last start. He's been a very good guide, the Australia Stakes, to this race. It's just, can he get a strong 1,400? That's
the question. I mean, I don't think he hasn't won beyond 1,200 metres, and he has been sparingly tried beyond it. I think he's only, as far as he's been, is 1,500 metres, and he failed at that attempt at Rose Hill. So I think your question is valid.
Tony McAvoy's had a frustrating day. We just saw Scarecrow scratch at the barrier. Uhud looked unlucky. Probably slightly unlucky, Sanctimony. Dollar for dollar, I heard him this morning say, look, when he looked at the Carline Cup, he wished he could have put him in that and not this. Now, Jamie Carr to ride. Terrific horse at the trip, but is he good enough?
I think he might be. I really do think dollar for dollar can give this a shake. I know he's at pretty good odds here at $13.70 on the Super Tab and near that on the other totes, but he's not out of it. I reckon he's a good roughie.
Here's my roughie of the day, Single Gaze. She's working well. She's got a barrier that'll give her cover. She ran second in the Caulfield Cup. I know she has not really fired first up. Well, she's been placed, but I'll give her a chance. Oh, she has won one.
She has won one, but a much lower grade than this. So yeah, look, I love her too. I think she's fantastic, but I just want to see her in a longer race.
So you're not with me. Shillelagh here, Group 1 winner last start. She's got good Caulfield form, good first up form. She's in a bit of a mood. Mickey D gets off her now. What do you reckon?
Oh, I don't mind these Savabeels. They can get into a mood, these Savabeel mares. There's a bit of Zabeel in them. It comes through that that Savabeel line, and don't worry about that. That's a good sign with them when they're in a bit of a mood. So she's a much improved mare, this, not out of it.
Well, a Zabeel mare won a Group 1 in New Zealand today. Lizzie Moore still going Zabeel, even though he's not with us, if you know what I mean. But, yep, no, there she is. Abby Marie, she won her first 3. She hasn't won any of the last 9. I thought she was very good in the Caulfield Cup, and then they pulled up stumps. I've never quite known who she is and what she is, to be honest.
I can't work her out either. I'm not sure if she's a middle distance horse or whether she's a miler or further than that. She hasn't won for nearly 2 years. I just can't see it. I want to see her win one.
Darren Caulfield, first runner in a Group 1 with just a halo. Christine Paul's second ride in a Group 1, first one for about 8 years. Look, fantastic little mare, but, is she in the right race?
Look, they're having a little throw at the stumps here, and good luck to them. I mean, you know, that's what you do when you've got one in good form.
And Mighty Boss, you've got to throw at the stumps. He's won a Caulfield Guineas, hasn't he?
He's a horse that you've got to say, this is a real test for him. When they come back here, you know, in the autumn of their 3-year-old year, you want to see him be able to perform against the older horses. It's all very well beating up on your own age group, but if you're going to be a serious horse, you've got to run well here. I think he can, but I want to see it.
Yeah, he was 100 to 1 when he beat up, wasn't he? And here's Shillelagh again. Jared, I think he told us at the start of the day favourites do well in the All Stakes. That was you that said that. Who do you reckon's going to be favourite?
Yeah, it was Toes and Stardom. Bruce been trading between $4.40 and $3.80 all day, around $4.20 now. Best backed with Tab, and yes, 7 of the last 8 runnings of the All, the favourite has saluted. On the next line of betting, Hartnell, second best back, been hovering between the $5.50 and the $6. Shillelagh's been a drifter, $7.50 out to $9. Now, Mighty Boss has been specced, as has Mr. Sneaky, and the runners they've backed at odds, dollar for dollar, has been consistently specced all week for Tony McAvoy. Shahit's here, the Tasmanian, and single gaze, Bruce, for you. I know everyone in the ACT will be on it, just like they were in the Melbourne Cup as well, has been 34 into 19, now around the 20 to 1 mark.
Yeah, look, I just think she's going well, and I think she loves Caulfield, and with the barrier, I think she'll get a cushy run. There's Hartnell. Just looking at 3-year-olds, we're thinking about Mighty Boss. Hartnell, what a horse. I mean, James Cummings has made a big decision. We're not going to where Winks goes. They did that in the spring, and, you know, they brought him to Melbourne, basically. He
can't beat Winks.
No,
he's tried enough.
And look, a couple of times I actually thought he might. And I was proven.
And then he doesn't.
Proven wrong. All Too Hard is the last 3-year-old colt to win this. Now we're going back to 2013. He won it the year after his sister won the race, Black Caviar. This was the only time Black Caviar went to 1400, was in the All Stakes of 2012. Then you've got to go back to Yale in 2003. Not that many 3-year-olds have run in the race. 13 since All Too Hard. So well, there's a few. So Mighty Boss, the challenge for him. But look,
I like this horse.
Is it a D-day for Hart? I mean, I reckon if Hartnell ran a bad 8th today, you'd think we've seen the best of him. If he runs a slasher, we'll think, wow, he's a big chance in anything again, as long as Winks is on him.
Fair call. I think he is getting into the twilight, but I think he's good enough to win today. And I think they've really targeted this race and set him for it. And if he's right, he's good enough to win.
Yeah, he's going to be 5th or 6th, hopefully.
It's going to be the Caulfield Guineas winner, Mighty Boss, Bruce. 16 into $11, number 14, as Toes and Stardom just gets out. 380 to 440 late, but Mighty Boss, first up, the hot horse.
Your timing is perfect. He was walking into the stalls as you gave it to us, mate. That is well done. You're at Warwick Farm. How do you know these things? A Brave Smash is about to come up. So, look, there's an air of excitement about this race. First Group 1 for 2018, but it's a good one, isn't it?
It's a beauty, and a nice big field here. We're going to see a 3-year-old have a crack at them. We're going to see a couple of old stars coming back, and let's hope for Canberra that the mare can run a big race.
Yeah, up goes dollar for dollar. Here's Matthew Hill for his call of the CF4.
And Mr. Sneaky, along with Toes and Stardom, will complete the line. Toes and Stardom, $4 on VOPs. It's the elect. Brave Smash at 9.5. Mr. Sneaky at 8.5, being preceded by Hartnell at 6. Mr. Sneaky goes in. To complete the line for the time-honoured CF4 is Toes and Stardom. And the field is set. Group 1. There's some action out wide. Hartnell jigging about. Toes and Stardom standing okay. Ready. Racing in the CF4. Lord of the Sky goes back towards the end of the field early. Dollar for Dollar began really smartly. Straight to the front from Thronum, and they were followed by Mighty Boss, who lobs to third with Shah Hitsy forcing forward as you would expect. Followed by Brave Smash, about 2 lengths away in the field, Jester Halo. And on the inside, Single Gaze from Lord of the Sky, who's on the improve now after a tardy get-go. Further back in the field is Tozen Stardom, who's also pushing forward out deep on the track as they reach the 900. From Mr. Sneaky, well back Abby Marie, 2 lengths Shillelagh. So the front runner is Thronum and then tries to put the brakes on at the 800 metres and leads by about a length. The Lord of the Sky, Tozen Stardom third, 3 deep. Dollar for Dollar fourth, the inside from Shah Hitsy. A length to Hartnell. Mighty Boss on the inside midfield from Brave Smash. Out deeper Mr. Sneaky with cover, followed by Jester Halo. The inside is Single Gaze from Abby Marie and 2 lengths Shillelagh. Up around the corner at the 400 metres. It's Thronum and on the outside Lord of the Sky. Dollar for Dollar's poised. Tozen Stardom 3 deep, roused into it, followed by Mighty Boss. Shah Hitsy. Hartnell presents down the centre with Mr. Sneaky, followed by Single Gaze. Thronum at the 200 metres from Lord of the Sky. Dollar for Dollar behind them, followed by Tozen Stardom, Hartnell and Mr. Sneaky. It's Thronum just in front of Lord of the Sky at the 50. Hartnell's lifting. Hartnell lifting. The big boys come back in style and won it from a photo. Flashing through Single Gaze on the inside and Brave Smash from the clouds, followed by Thronum, Lord of the Sky in photos. Behind those horses, Dollar for Dollar. Then Mighty Boss, Abby Marie, Mr. Sneaky, Shillelagh, Jester Halo, Shah Hitsy, and at the end of the field, Tozen Stardom.
Oh, what a race. Great call, Matt Hill. And he's back, the big boy. You liked him, Richard. Well done. He showed enormous heart. So he wins his third Group 1. Thronum hung on well. There were runs coming left, right and centre. Out wide, Brave Smash was flashing up. Dollar for Dollar looked a winning chance at one stage. Hartnell gets them up.
And Single Gaze sneaking up on the inside there. She was right in the finish at the end there. What a run from her too.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Look at that across the track there. There's between the first 6 horses, maybe 8 horses over the line, there's about 2.5 lengths.
I think Single Gaze second. I think so. And third out wide, Brave Smash. Could be wrong on that. I mean, Thronum's just missed out. Tozen Stardom had a hard run. You'll see Single Gaze, the blue behind Dollar for Dollar. Dollar for Dollar looks a winning chance. See Kathy O'Hara waiting. Hartnell, well, Craig Williams wound him up. Mr. Sneaky looked a chance. The Single Gaze gets up on the fence now, and Hartnell was able to get there and win.
Well, she might have been a bit unlucky, Single Gaze, because she had to wait for that run, and now she gets through, and Brave Smash was held up too, and watch him fly home. There he is on the outside, flying home. But Hartnell, he's a very good horse.
He is, and I believe it's Craig Williams' first Group 1 win for Godolphin. Great work, mate. We'll see you next week.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Bruce.
Terrific. Richard Freedman there. So back for the Lightning and also the Apollo. And don't forget, the Winter Games continue on 7 to 9. It's got 3.